Fiery clouds are covering the Albuquerque metro this morning as the sun is rising amidst the Sandias and the Manzano Mountains. Cirrostratus clouds, known as high-level layer clouds, with plenty of colors right now in oranges and also pink and purple hues if you look closely enough, indicative of our storm system approaching from the Four Corners. And eventually these clouds will produce not only some chilly rain showers, but eventually some wet snow. 38 at the Sunport with a northerly wind at 12 miles per hour, making it feel colder out there, 68% humidity. But a beautiful scene out there this morning. Things will be a bit more treacherous ahead. Already treacherous in the frontier range of the Rockies with this upper level low spinning in the Four Corners, bringing in plenty of that moisture to the east. But as this low moves south, then east, the snow and rain will just pivot much far to the south in New Mexico, but mostly a snow event ahead. Already some snow in the Raton Pass, heavy wet snow covering I-25. Some slowdowns already being reported, as well as near the Continental Divide, near Grants. Some snow showers associated with a Pacific front moving closer to the western parts of Albuquerque. Some snow showers in the Jemez Mountains and a chilly rain near Santa Fe, and some snowflakes mixing on in. So things becoming a bit more treacherous on the roadways. Now looking mostly okay in the Raton Pass, but a bit slippery out there. And we're not snowing right now in Las Vegas on I-25, but that also may change. The Continental Divide looking a bit snowy, and especially along the outer lanes of the Bobcat Pass there in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. You're still seeing some snow covering the roadways and more of that falling right now. So we're going to be seeing more of that to come. Now, mostly light to moderate snow, but we have updates in our winter weather alerts. Still winter storm warnings from Union County through Albuquerque and the western mountains, but now a winter weather advisory for the southeastern mountains, including the Lincoln National Forest and far to the south as well into the mountains near Alamogordo, as well as the southern Gila National Forest. That winter weather advisory through Friday with snowfall amounts several inches above 7,000 feet, especially. But for the winter storm warning areas, including Albuquerque, wet snow with 6 inches plus 6,000 feet or more, lower amounts around downtown. 12 to 24 inches plus in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the northeastern highlands of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, locally 3 feet. But elsewhere, anywhere between a half a foot to a foot and a half. A winter weather advisory in parts of the Four Corners. The timing, late today through early Friday especially, but I think more so Wednesday night to Thursday. The heavy snow potentially around Albuquerque, but still uncertainty. How much snow? Because of 2 cold fronts, the timing will be everything. The rain-snow line will also be something in the forecast, but higher confidence compared to, of course, what we saw yesterday. Near blizzard conditions likely in the northeastern highlands. Slippery travel as well, power outages, so something we really got to keep an eye on. Now, out in front of the storm system, not that cold. 38 in Albuquerque, 35 Santa Fe. We actually may even cool off even more. 43 at 4:30 for our high temperature during our newscast. We may not even get back to that today in Albuquerque. 40s to the south, 47 in Roswell, 26 Alamosa, teens in Wolf Creek, Colorado. Snow starting to pick up. And we're going to see more snow in places like Sandia Peak with bubbly clouds in the Estancia Valley, and also that sun rising as well. Snow on the ground, some of that melted, but more of that to come. Sandia Peak temperatures in the 20s, even potentially in the teens. Warming up, but not that much, maybe in the 20s in Sandia Peak, and the 30s and 40s in Albuquerque, 20s and 30s in the northern areas. But to the south, with that front moving on through the Pacific front first, look at the divide between the blues and yellows. 50s around places like Tucumcari, 60s and 70s in the Pecos River Valley. Here in Albuquerque, 43, a chilly rain, maybe some wet snowflakes, generally above 6,000 feet. And timing out the rain and snow throughout the morning commute. A chilly rain in Albuquerque and the West Mesa, some snow with the Pacific front moving on through. But the snow will start to build in later today with the backdoor front moving on through, producing the collision of air masses. The collisions of fronts usually means more precipitation. Widespread 12 to 18 plus inch snowfall totals, especially near Raton. I'm really concerned about the travel conditions. So the upper low will be cut off from the jet stream. We'll move slower over New Mexico tomorrow with very cold air, and that will produce 2 fronts. Again, already starting to see that front, the Pacific front moving on through. The backdoor front from the northeast colliding near Albuquerque, and the back side of it, the northeastern highlands of blowing snow and heavier bouts where those fronts will collide. Now, if the Pacific front moves too quickly, look, drier on the western side. We'll really keep an eye on that infamous Albuquerque snow hole may commence. But I think from Albuquerque to the east, heavy wet snow to the west, lighter amounts, rain far to the south. So the Four Corners, most of the snow over with, but still some lingering chances ahead. 30s and 40s for high temperatures in Durango, Pagosa Springs, it's going to be a bit chilly out there. Now, Farmington, again, the rain snow over with, generally reaching the 40s today, 30s in Cuba and Dulce. Camado, a chilly snow today, even colder overnight in the teens and 20s. Glenwood to the south, 50s, 60s, low 70s, but dropping tomorrow after the front. Starting to cool out this afternoon. Carrizoso, Cloudcroft, Ruidoso, high 40s and 50s for the most part, 60s and 70s for most of the Pecos River Valley, but the Northeastern Highlands, snowy, blizzard-like conditions, winds 30 miles per hour more from Clayton to places like Raton Pass already. Look at those single-digit low temperatures in Angel Fire. So also cold weather, bundle up. Even in Santa Fe, teens and 20s for overnight lows, at least 6 to 12 inches of snow for you guys. Moriarty, Sandia Park, temperatures in the 30s and 40s from the north to south valley, mostly in the 40s for high temperatures, high 30s today. Colder tomorrow. Now the wintry mess will start to move out later Friday, warmer and drier this Veterans Day weekend.